December 23rd, start of day. Let's get the at least the reserve phase, card prep, supply phase out of the way. So item 1, move units from the 23rd calendar space to the reserve box. So we're going to have 3 divisions of the 9th Panther, 9P, I should say, of XLVII core. We'll address a 2-day delay on this in a moment. We also have several more allied units. We've got 3 divisions of the 75th, 1 division of the 5th, and 3 divisions of the 2nd Armored. Okay. Units coming in on the 24th, smaller number, no Germans. Looks like 4 allied units will be there. All right. 18th and later, deploy the 2-day delayed German reserves. So we have 1 unit that's not part of an existing division. So I just need to deploy that within 3 hexes. See, German's army area. It's the bottom portion of the map. Road hex, it's a valid friendly supply head. At least 3 hexes away from a non-isolated allied unit. And within 3 hexes of a unit of same division that does not have any of the same division. If not possible, then within 3 hexes of a unit in the same corps. So basically, it has to be within 3 hexes of another, here, 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 here. And 3 hexes away from a allied unit. 1, 2, 3. So unfortunately, if we have to put him across this river, we've got 2 blown bridges in his way. I can't keep him on this side of the road up here because that's too close. So it looks like it's got to be, here would be an option. Or I come further this way and I place him here. Let's go for here. Okay. So he is 2, 3. I could go ahead and place him here. Right? Oh no, he's 2 away from him. So we'll go there. That way, he can't join that stack because there's too many steps, but he is at least 1 move away from crossing the river. So if I do happen to move these all forward, that does free up that spot. He could also advance to here if need be, or anywhere along here, which is no different than if we deployed him up here. Okay, so that's our 2-day delay. We also have released the German OKW if conditions have been met. 7.4. That will be probably in the bigger rule. All right. OKW Reserve. become available in the reserve phase if at least one German unit is in a hex adjacent to or across the Muse. We have crossed the Muse. And able to trace supply at that time. When this first occurs, move all units from the OKW Reserve box to the German Reserve Units box and add the 4 OKW cards to your available cards on the command display. 1 primary and 3 supplemental. Okay. So if we use this piece, we have a supply path that's going through a friendly, therefore it can be adjacent here. And off we go. Okay, so we've met the conditions. So we will move them. So we've got 8 more divisions that have become available in the German Reserve box. Okay. Now, is that on the 25th, we have a handful more pieces, and that's it for the Germans the rest of the game. There will be no more pieces becoming available. Okay. And when those deploy, we'll cover the deployment rules when we draw a card. All right. Card prep phase. So it mentioned, first we see if there's any additional cards on the 23rd. There is a supplemental card, and we're going to add the 4 OKW cards. All right. So all of our cards will now be in play. We need to add this to the primary cards. I pre-shuffled them. I'm going to throw him in the middle at random. Okay. And then these need to move to the draw pile for the day. These all get added to our supplemental. So let's just, add them every so often at random in there. Okay, now I'm going to give these a shuffle. We'll give them a shuffle. Yesterday's discards now go into the supplemental pile. We'll give these a shuffle. And then looking at my calendar for the 23rd, it says we will draw 8 German supplemental cards to add to the draw pile. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those get put back in for tomorrow's draw. I'll do my top bottom merge, and then I'll shuffle. Uh-oh. And then we'll draw our initial 6 for the day. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our initial cards are, okay, good. So we've got one. We'll be able to deploy our OKW. Got a fifth, sixth, fifth. All right. We'll come back to fuel when we get to that point in the start of day. On the Allied cards, so again, I've already shuffled these. I've already checked to see if there's any with a December 23rd date to remove. There are none. The 23rd is the last. The 23rd is the last day we add 2 more cards, Allied action cards. So again, it's going to be 2 more attack-oriented cards. We'll randomly toss them in the middle. I've already pre-shuffled those, but we'll do another shuffle. Okay. And then on their command cards, we add 1 for the 23rd. The card is dated the 23rd. I've already shuffled these, so I'll just drop them in here. And then we'll do a mild shuffle once again. This deck is getting thicker as the game goes on. All right. One moment. All right. Allied Air Interdiction. Draw Allied command card. Let's not get this again. Oh my gosh. Air power. So for the 3rd straight day, we've got Air Interdiction. So we have to throw away, oh cripe. So we have to throw away a card with the highest command level, which happens to be our OKW Strategic Reserve. So into the discard pile he goes, and we have to skip our first impulse. Okay. Any bridge? I may have considered some bridge repairs, but I don't have any cards with that as a command event, so we'll skip that. Determine supply status of all German units in play. Again, these are all going to be in supply. They can all trace a path that gets to a road off the map. Same with these. This is a supply line right here. Okay. Same with him. Same with this one. 1 hex gets here, that gets off the map. This one can trace a path this way, and he's off. These are currently using this path and off. Notice this is lightly protected right now, so I'm going to have to address that. Same with these, they're off that same route. Oh, he's out of supply because of this deployment. So we'll throw a low supply on that piece. This one thankfully which allowed us to deploy the OKW to the reserve box. Likewise, all of these are getting, how about him? Oh yes, he's fine. because he's going one. Oh, no. He just put him in out of supply. He's okay, right? Yes. He's out of supply. Otherwise, he could have been tracing this way. Okay. And this one is okay because he's going this way and off. Okay. He's okay, he's okay, he's okay. He's okay. Now, since we moved this unit here, this one should now be okay because his path can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's off. So we can pull that marker. Same with this one. 3, 4, and he's off. Okay. These, once they cross the river, they have to be on a supply road. They are, and they are. Okay, so we took 2 out of supplies markers off. 2 more we had to add on. Low supplies. Okay, checking the Allied supply. So once again, these are back in low supply until they get an airdrop. Okay. Those will be in supply, no issues. As long as within 4 hexes they're reaching, yep, they're fine. This one is now going to be fine because he's, okay. All right, he's fine. Now this one, thanks to our end of, our final activation, this one does not have a path out of here without going through enemy zones of control or towns. And also this goes from out of supply now to isolated. So we get to pull a new marker out. Okay. Isolated will mean he no longer exerts zone of control, even in a town. Infantry may not move. Infantry may move or retreat only 1 hex. Mechanized may neither move nor retreat. May not exit an enemy zone of control. May not enter enemy town city. Does not affect placement of enemy reserve units. If attacked, the enemy attackers may draw 2 extra chits and disregard all attacker hits. And beginning the next day, tomorrow, if he's still there and he's isolated, then he's going to do surrender rolls. So he is mechanized, so that piece may not move at all. So, and then also this one, he has to reach a road hex within 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He still cannot, so he also goes to isolated. So now a supply drop would immediately fix those. However, the first supply drop would be going there because of the strength. But if there's a second supply drop, then that would benefit those. So it might bode me well to hit these while they're at their absolute weakest. And this one also cannot move. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's see. He's in supply. All of those are obviously going to be in supply. Oh, how about these? This one is in supply. 1, 2, he's on the road. This one, oh, so will him. 1, 2, 3, he's off the map. Okay. 1, 2, yeah, he's off the map. Those are in supply and supply and supply and supply. Those are fine. 1, 2, 3. Those are all fine. He's fine. All right. So that's the out of supply situation for the day. We do not have any roadblock markers to check. And now let's check the dreaded out of fuel. Do we have any formations for the 23rd? Yes, we do. We have the 12th SS, which would be 2 units here. And a unit over here. I don't know what our plans are for the day here. However, I have one. Do I want to let them be out of fuel? I'm probably just going to hold. If I just hold up here, that's fine. These really can't advance any, so they would have to stay put or drop back to remove or redeploy themselves slightly. If I can't, if I attacked Spa and won, I could get a fuel depot, but or I go out of fuel and I keep my 1 green fuel depot chip. I don't have 2, do I? No, that was an out. That was a no. Well, what we're going to do is hold that thought, and I'll address that when I resume this next time. All right, before doing our fuel concern on that 1 unit, I want to review the victory points and conditions. So, crossing the Meuse. If a German unit occupies a hex west of the Meuse, from which German supply can be traced during the victory check end of day, you gain 10 victory points. These victory points are allowed just once per game, regardless of how many units cross it. The once awarded cannot be lost. So, we had a piece across, all right? So, I was entitled to another 10 points. So, we'll advance that. So, I actually have 43 points to close out the 22nd, which is still, less than, it's between 15 and 50. I was closer to a strategic win, but still 7 points away. Now, since I'm in this part of the map, you also earn victory points okay. Exit German infantry or exit German mechanized, you get 1 or 2 victory points. Let's look at this a little closer. Exiting map. A supplied active German unit may exit the map from any hex on the west map edge or north map edge west of the Meuse containing a road leading off the map. Supplied unit in valid map edge hex spends 1 movement point to exit the map. Restrictions. May not exit the map from a hex controlled by an enemy unit. Unit may not exit the map if using strategic movement or if in low supply, out of supply, or isolated. So that also will mean that as long as this unit is here, it exerts a zone of control on this road hex. So, for one, I can't move there anyway because of zones of control. But if I had a piece here, the fact that this piece is next to it, I could not exit the map. Okay? Same with here. I could not exit the map. Or here. If I had a piece here, I could exit the map and gain a point. So, likewise, from Liege, here's the Meuse. So I need to be able to exit the map on any of these roads. As long as they're not in an allied zone of control. Okay. All right, after contemplating, I'm going to play my fuel depot card and keep this one because I do have enough strength up here. I may muster an attack on Spa. So I'm keeping that card, and I lose this other chit. I'm going to get rid of that one too. It's a no. It doesn't need to be sitting there. Just put them in the game bin. All right. So that's the end of the supply phase. And due to Allied air interdiction that we drew, we skip the first German impulse and we go straight to an Allied impulse. U.S. 1st Army 7th Corps. No special event. Deploy all Corps reserves. That's probably not what we wanted. We've got CCA, B, and R of the 2nd Armored. Okay. Sequence of 1, 2, and 3. Deploy all Corps reserves. All right. So their deployment area, this is probably not good for us as the German. The top 2 zones across the map, they're probably going to end up plugging this gap that we were going to try and use. All right. We'll start with method A. For starters, let's just hop down, assuming we have positions. We don't have any of this division on the map right now. So we do need to consider within 3 hexes of the same core. So that's going to mean the 7th Corps, we've got a unit there, and we have a unit there, and we have isolated units. So more than likely, they're going to end up going up in through here, just guessing. Within 3 of here, it's going to be in no, it's not going to. let's just start looking for positions. All right. Empty position, core area, trace supply. Yeah, that's why, they're not going to be placing anything that's in this out of supply bulge, if we want to call it that. German unit proximate, not in danger of surround, etc. Not adjacent to allied unit unless it's a hold value 5 or 6. Okay. So we use our little army helmets, and I'm only going to look at hexes within 3 of this one and that one. All right. So this one first. I'm not proximate to that. That's next to an allied piece. I'm not proximate to that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am proximate here. I am proximate to that. See here, I can't surround that. This one, can I surround it by going, it would become 1, 2, no, I cannot surround that one. 1, 2, 3. I would not, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would not be able to surround that one. Okay. That one would be in jeopardy of surround. Okay. Now, jeopardy of surround. Now we need to look within 3 of this one. So, no supply. 1, 2, 3. If we were to move here, or position here, 1, 2, 3. Can I get to here would be the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. No. So that's not in danger of surround. Because I can't get all the way to here. Not eligible, not eligible. Can I reach here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, and it would not be in danger of surround. This one would also be eligible. 1, 2. Okay. So now that we have all these positions meeting those criteria, and we're within 3 hexes of the same core, now we're to the highest hold value, which is going to be one of these bigger VP towns. That was a 2, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 3. Ufe, that gets it. All right. So the first unit goes to Ufe. Now, using deployment method A, it's going to want within 3 hexes of the same division now. So therefore, that's not eligible because it's next to it. Let's just drop that helmet. These, at the moment, will be too far away. Okay? So it's going to be this one. All right. Now, again, within 3 hexes, it's going to become this one. So let's just kick that off and that off. And there's the next one. So, guess what that did? Just about completely filled the allied line. So they now have a complete line once again. Again, a line being a unit, 2 hexes, no more than 2 hexes in a unit. So this is a a line. So the only gap we now have is right here. Okay. Now we need to, well, the next will be to see if there's any out of contact units. That unit's in contact, that's in contact. So that's the end of the Allied impulse. All right, our German impulse. I wish I had some, a full core on this card, or OKW, or the 2SS, or the 1SS, but I can't activate in the entire cores. Let's use this guy. Let's make a play on Houghton before that happens to get saved or with airdrop or something. Remember, isolated no longer exerts zone of control. Okay, so we're going to move across the river for one. Mechanized may neither move nor retreat. Okay. If attacked, attackers may draw 2 extra chits and disregard all hits. So that's a strength of 4. I've got, because I'm going to cross a river, there's 3, 6, 7, 8. I have 10. 10 to 4 or 8 to 4 are still going to be 2 to 1 odds. Oh, is there anything that says greater than 2 to 1? Not sure. Reason I'm questioning if I want to get a piece up here. This guy's in a town. Fixed infiltration, assault coordination, reinforced battle. I don't like those options. I have a weak, very weak initial card draw. I'm going to move this piece. Let's see. He won't move off of VP hex. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. I think I'm going to move him here. This one, we're going to cross the river, which again, there's no zone of control on this, so that's not preventing me from doing that. So I have all my units on the same side of the river so they don't get cut in half. It's going to be 2 to 1 odds. I'm not playing any other combat tactics. Oh, wait a second. Let's see. Chip draw will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Elite makes 5. My 2-card bonus makes 7. So it will qualify as a large attack. So I'm satisfied. There's no card draw for combat tactic on that. Let's let her rip. And all right, 2 is the minimum. No, defender has combined arms too. Attacker. We do have Attacker Elite. Not green. So that's one hit. Again, they cannot retreat. Oh, Town absorbs a hit. So we need to get 2 more hits. We're going to draw all 5. Keep this as a large attack. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that large attack fall in there? 5. All right. There's no artillery. They're in woods. It's probably going to have a minus. Nope. There's no artillery. It is a large attack. Okay. It's not 7-1. It's not flank. All right. So 2 defender hits. Unfortunately, the town absorbs 1, and he only has to take a step loss. All right. Not quite what we wanted. Would have been nice to have artillery, but did not have a card to play that. Okay. That's their 2 command level points. Oh yeah, for the day. Allied command level is 2. And I have 2 cards to draw. 1, 2. That's better. No fuel issue. And I can activate. Oh man, this is only to activate. I can deploy the 9P. So that's actually this stack in my reserve box. So that won't be too bad. All right. Next time will be the Allies Impulse.